Today, we're going to explore the concept of the political self, an aspect of our identity deeply rooted in culture, history, and our collective values as Filipinos. The slides of this lecture video are found in the description below. Intended learning objectives are 1. To develop a Filipino identity, values, traits, community, and institutional factors. 2. To establish a democratic culture. Let's begin by looking at history. The Philippines, as we know it today, only began to emerge in the 1980s, after centuries under colonial rule. From over 300 years of Spanish colonization to a brief but brutal Japanese occupation, our political identity has been heavily shaped by foreign powers. These colonizers left behind more than structures and systems. They left lasting impressions on our culture, language, and beliefs. So the question stands: have we truly developed a Filipino identity, or are we still living in the shadows of our colonial past? Being Filipino isn't just about where you were born or what you look like. Our identity goes deeper than race, ethnicity, or physical traits. According to the 1987 Philippine Constitution, you're a Filipino citizen if your father or mother is Filipino if you were born before January 17, 1973 to a Filipino mother and later chose Philippine citizenship, or if you've been naturalized under Philippine law. But beyond legal definitions, being Filipino means embracing a set of values, cultural expressions, and a shared history. What do Filipinos value? The term kapwa, or a shared inner self, lies at the core of Filipino values and psychology. A person who treats another as a kapwa has a shared sense of identity and consciousness with that other person. Both in the individual and community level, strong emphasis is placed on social acceptance and maintaining social harmony. As such, social approval and caring about what others will think, say, or do strongly influence social behavior. Positive Filipino traits or values first. Bayanihan, community spirit. Filipinos are known for their strong sense of community and willingness to help one another, especially during times of need. This trait is often seen in rural settings where neighbors come together to help move houses, rebuild after disasters, or support each other without expecting anything in return. Second, pakikipagkapwa-tao humaneness. Filipinos value deep interpersonal relationships and treat others with genuine respect and compassion. It reflects the belief that every person has worth and should be treated with dignity, leading to kindness even toward strangers. Third, respect for elders. Showing deference to older individuals is deeply rooted in Filipino culture, often expressed through gestures like pagmamano and the use of respectful language such as po and opo. This reinforces family hierarchy and nurtures discipline and courtesy. Fourth, hospitality. Filipinos are exceptionally welcoming to guests, offering food, shelter, and entertainment even when they have little. This warm reception is given not only to foreign visitors, but also to relatives and neighbors, making people feel at home. 5. Strong family ties. The family is the center of Filipino life. This strong connection means that Filipinos often live in extended families, make decisions with their loved ones in mind, and prioritize the welfare of their kin above personal gain. 6. Resilience. Despite challenges such as poverty, disasters, or personal hardships, Filipinos often remain cheerful and hopeful. This inner strength is symbolized by their ability to keep smiling and moving forward no matter the circumstance. 7. Religiosity. Religion plays a vital role in the lives of many Filipinos, influencing values, moral decisions, and daily routines. Whether Catholic, Muslim, or part of another faith, Filipinos often express gratitude, pray regularly, and find comfort in spiritual beliefs. 8. Hard-working nature. Filipinos are diligent workers, often going the extra mile to provide for their families. This trait is especially visible in overseas Filipino workers, OFWs, who sacrifice being away from loved ones to support them financially. Negative Filipino traits or values. 1. Initial enthusiasm, quick fade. This refers to the tendency to start projects or tasks with great energy but lose interest soon after. It reflects a lack of perseverance and consistency, leading to unfinished work or broken commitments. 2. Procrastination. Rooted in the phrase mamaya na, this trait describes the tendency to delay important tasks in favor of doing them later. While it may stem from optimism, it often leads to inefficiency, stress, and poor time management. 3. Fatalism. Often used in uncertain or risky situations, this phrase implies leaving outcomes to fate or divine will. While it can reflect faith and courage, it may also prevent people from taking proactive or responsible action. 4. Crab mentality. This trait reflects a desire to pull others down, especially when they are succeeding. Like crabs in a bucket dragging each other back, this behavior stems from jealousy or insecurity and undermines community success. Utang na loob, debt of gratitude. While gratitude is a virtue, utang na loob can become problematic when it results in blind loyalty or moral compromise. Some individuals feel obligated to repay favors even when it goes against what is right or ethical. 6. Shame or social inhibition. Shame or social inhibition makes individuals avoid actions that may cause embarrassment or shame. While it promotes humility, it can also lead to passivity, silence in the face of wrongdoing, or failure to speak up for oneself. 7. Colonial mentality. This refers to the belief that anything foreign, especially Western, is superior to local products, traditions, or people. It contributes to a lack of national pride and weakens the appreciation for Filipino identity and culture. 8. Conformity for the sake of harmony. Filipinos value group harmony and often avoid confrontation, even when it's necessary. This excessive need to go along to get along may suppress individual opinions and allow wrongdoings to persist. Filipino nationalism is deeply tied to our democracy and our sense of identity. You see it in our everyday expressions, in our proverbs, superstitions, myths, and legends. Take Salawikain, or Filipino proverbs, for example. They don't just offer advice. They reflect our values, our humor, and even our worldview. Or consider our superstitions, turning your plate when someone leaves in the middle of a meal, serving pancit during birthdays for long life, or blaming missing things on elves. These traditions may seem quirky, but they are powerful cultural markers. Our political self is also shaped by the stories we tell, legends like that of Maria Makiling, or Why the Pineapple Has Many Eyes. These myths preserve moral lessons, ideals, and reflections of our environment. And of course, we cannot forget our heroes, Jose Rizal, Andres Bonifacio, Lapu-Lapu, and many others who gave their lives for our freedom. They remind us that nationalism is not just about pride, it's about action, sacrifice, and the fight for justice. Across the Philippines stand monuments and shrines that capture our collective memory. The Rizal Monument in Luneta, the Bonifacio Monument, the Shrine of Valor in Bataan, and the Balangiga Encounter Monument, to name a few. These landmarks are not just tourist spots. They are symbols of who we are, what we've endured, and how we've triumphed. To develop a strong political self, we must understand our roots, recognize our shared values, and honor our national identity. Our political self isn't only about governance or laws. It's about how we carry our history, how we relate to others as Filipinos, and how we move forward together. So ask yourself, how do I express my Filipino identity? What values define me, not just as a person, but as part of a nation?